Hello and welcome to Kourend's story so far, leading up to the release of A Kingdom Divided. So let's dive in, shall we? The first quest in the series, X marks the spot, has you complete a clue scroll. That's it, and you don't even get to open the grey casket you get at the end. You bring it to Veos, and instead he gives you another clue. Okay. Up next, the Client of Kourend. You travel over to Kourend and take a census for Veos. The quill you use burns your hand, but don't worry about that. You also shouldn't worry about the orb shattering when you use it near the Dark Altar, or the fact that a voice moves you to return to Veos, specifically in Port Piscarilius. Following this quest, you'll need 20% favor in any house before starting their house-specific quest. Starting with Hasidius, Lord Cander's son, Artur, has gone missing. You end up finding him in the Crabclaw Caves, where he wants to recover a book. You kill a sand snake and get the Accord of Twill book for him. Returning to Lord Cander, you get favor in his house. Rotating up to Piscarilius, a new gang has sprung up in town. Or port. And you must discover what is going on. Some bribery later, you find where the saviors of Kourend are held up. To join their ranks, you must murder someone. What else did you expect? Now, face to face with the self-proclaimed Queen of Thieves, you move to make the daring arrest. But she plays her Uno reverse card, and you find out she is really Lady Piscarilius. Oh, she's just trying to save her house? Fair enough. You don't quite believe her, but she tells you where to find dirt on Councillor Hughes. You discover she has ties to the disciples of Yama. She is swiftly arrested, and you're left without a reward. That is, until you return to Lady Piscarilius. Entering Arceus, you better have your detective shoes on as... No, not murder mystery. The Ascent of Arceus, as you find out in this quest, that is so aptly named if I do say so myself, that the citizens in Arceus are immortal. A death in their house is not supposed to happen. After a quick ping-pong match between Mori and the Council, you start the quest by entering the Tower of Magic, where you're immediately assaulted by tormented souls. This is fine. Defeating them, you move upstairs to find Lord Arceus channeling what little power he has left. Asteros, his son, tells you to seek the Tasakal in Mount Kurulm. A hop, skip, and a jump later, you're face to face with them. A monologue later about Arceus and their abuse of immortality, they decide to help you, after you complete a task for them. Yay! Side missions! You return and they tell you the issue. The Dark Altar has a leech. So you head to the Dark Altar, destroy the leech, and save the Arceus people. No big deal. Heading to Lovakinj, you discover the doors of Din are failing, and as you are reminded of the hell that Wintertodt is, you immediately agree to help. Undor can fix the doors, but needs an ancient hammer located in the Forsaken Tower. Eerie. After completing many puzzles, you get the hammer. But before we leave the tower, there's an old letter you can find here, which essentially says,
"The useful equipment has been relocated to Mount Quidamortum."
This is important because it is addressed to High Priest Mysterio, which you can find in the Chambers of Zarek. Lore. You return, Undor repairs the doors, and Wintertodt is once again a safe hell. In Shazian, you find a crazy guy who claims his ancestor went missing on an expedition over 1,000 years ago. He doesn't seem as crazy when he presents the parcel he received recently, and shows you how the dates don't line up. Curious, you head to the Arceus Library archives, where you unlock a prison door and find a note.
"Lizards on the mountain. Do not trust the king. The altar is a lie."
This stokes the inner adventurer in you, so you immediately decide, with permission and conditions, to attempt the exact same expedition that failed 1,000 years ago. Yeah, this is a great idea. Clearing the cave west of Mount Quidamortum, you discover an altar with an uncanny resemblance to the Dark Altar. Moving your expedition team in, you get more lore. Oh, remember that equipment I mentioned earlier? It's here, in this red cave. And there we have it. You've now completed every house quest, except you don't quite have 100% favor in every house just yet. Well, see you guys in a couple days. Now that you have 100% favor in every house, you can complete the last mini-quest, Architectural Alliance. Talk to each house's architect, and they'll all come together at the center of Kourend. Through the power of friendship, they'll rebuild the statue of King Rada I in the center. Just don't mind the rioters outside the castle walls. I'm sure these guys will be addressed on June 16th.